Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between. Welcome to another episode of the NexGen Entrepreneur Show, the show that talks about anything that is related to living right, feeling right, and doing right as entrepreneurs, and the only show that and community that promises incredible content with credible people. My name is Frederick, and joining me is Nick Aiza. Tonight, we're exploring a new topic. Okay, and this is something something that everyone has been talking about. What is it?
Mindset. What's your mindset?
Yeah, it's mindset, bro. Yeah. So it's like everyone's talking about mindset these days. But what constitutes mindset? Like people say, you have a negative mindset or you have a positive mindset. What does all these means? Because it's like it's something like a term that everybody uses very, very loosely. It's like don't have that kind of wrong mindset or the right mindset. All these seems really subjective. So we're gonna like define the mindset. What do you think about mindset, Nick?
Oh, mindset, right? You remember my acronym? Mindset means what did I say?
You have an acronym, right, Mr. Acronym?
That day I was checking with you about this mindset. Okay, mindset, right? M stand for me. Okay, I stand for in. N for new, D for development, S for sense, E for expected, and T for transition. So me in the new me in the new development sense of expected transition. So because when you think of mindset, right, you're putting yourself, whether you're in a good mindset, or whether you're the right mindset, or whether you're wrong mindset, right? So it's more like a transition process of thinking.
I see.
For me, I feel that way. How about you, Frederick?
So it's like mindset is something that is not fixed, something that is ongoing, something that you do not have any control, or you do have control, but you sometimes may have a variation of mindsets that came about just out of a sudden, or maybe gradually, or something like that. I'm not sure about that because there are, although mindset is something like what you say in development,
Yes.
but this psychologist by the name of Carol Dweck in her research actually talked about the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Have you heard of it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So everybody got it mostly.
Yeah.
I actually got that more indirectly, but these two mostly is more being discussed most of the time.
Yeah, it's pretty much that. And people agree with the growth mindset, or rather the growth mindset. In that the growth mindset are something like it's something like the ability that one develop through dedication and hard work. So it's about believing in your intelligence, believing that you can grow over time if you are open to learning and putting in the effort. It's like having that kind of positivity in that whole process of growing yourself and working on yourself, and that's growth mindset. But for fixed mindset is another thing altogether. It's like a belief that your talents are there, or or that your talents are not there, or you don't believe that you do have any capability at all, right? And you can't do much to change your current situation, so to speak. So this is kind of like a fixed mindset, so to speak. So growth mindset and fixed mindset. So I'm not sure what you feel about it. Do you think this is too limited, or does it really say something true about who we really are? Is there just growth mindset and fixed mindset? Because it's very easy to just distinguish between these two, like growth and fixed. It's very, very easy to just determine them, like separate them together. But they both come hand in hand sometimes. Sometimes I'm pretty fixed about some things. Sometimes I'm pretty much on a growth for something. Like I'm pretty positive and very passionate and motivated when it comes to astrology, right? And learning astrology and other things that motivates me makes me very passionate, very positive about my ability, and that's how I get better and better over time. But for fixed mindset, it's like I'm pretty much fixed on certain things. Like I don't believe I'm good at something, but I don't see a priority either, like to improve that. So I don't work on myself with regards to whatever that I don't believe in, and therefore that's like a fixed mindset. So I don't know. I mean, in this context, then growth and fixed mindset is like coexist in my life. I'm pretty much of a fixed mindset person and also a growth mindset person. Yeah. What about you, Nick? I mean, what do you think?
I think because we all have this fixed and growth mindset that what we are thinking about. But so far, right, I think because why in the first place, why you have this fix and why you have growth. I think some of the elements that made us to be in a fixed mindset of a growth mindset. Maybe because some of the elements, for example, you got some challenges that you're facing now, or maybe like what Freddie mentioned to you just now about what you believe in, your belief, all right, and whether you're doing something that is right or doing something wrong. That means your effort. So basically, these three are the most elements that we usually always do. And also, right, and the other two elements also that is very important. For example, people's view or your own view, that is called feedback. So basically, I mean, this is how the mindset came about, different type of mindset came about. And also sometimes also, like what you mentioned to you just now, right? You want to solve the problems or whatever. Sometimes you make a mistake. So whatever mistake or problem of challenges that you face, okay, this is why you think of you have both, whether to be fixed or whether to be on the growth mindset. Yeah, indirectly. Right, Frederick, for example, right, what are the challenges that you want to? Let's say you are in a fixed mindset, okay, and you face challenges. So how you want to embrace to become a growth mindset?
Wow, how a fixed mindset? So you're talking about how a fixed mindset person become someone with growth mindset. That's going to
Yes,
take
correct.
not just overnight. It's not an overnight
course.
affair. It's actually
Yeah.
going to take some time, because if I have a fixed mindset, and if I were to want to become someone of a growth mindset, having that kind of ability to believe in myself and to motivate myself to even go do the things that I'm afraid to do, then it's going to take a whole lot of motivation and reason why I want to do it. Like if you ask a growth mindset person, right, like go start a business, for example. Yeah, it's just to go start a business, for example. Just a very simple task, not really simple lah, but really a simple beginning task of just taking the first step into doing something he or she is most afraid of. Then he's not going to do it. Like a fixed mindset person is just going to avoid whatever the cost, because unless you're gonna walk him through this process of weighing the pros and cons, of coaching, of understanding the fears and the emotion behind doing something that he's afraid of, or he's reluctant or hesitant to do. So it's going to take a bit of a coaching and hand holding for a fixed mindset person to move into the growth mindset, because coaching takes a bit of a time. So it's going to take a while for a person to renew the mindset, to unlearn and to relearn certain skills and certain thought process to get to the next level, to be able to allow himself to try new things, or to just do something that is most afraid of, or to conquer.
That means you think about trust. I mean, talking about trust, whether the person believes the person cannot do, so you need to make him trust you, so that you move on to the goal.
I think that's a very good thing, because good point, because trust is something which is not very difficult, not very easy to do, but it's really simple. It sounds simple, but it's not easy to do, because some people just don't trust themselves, right? They just don't even believe in themselves. Yeah, and it's going to be quite an uphill task if there is no proper technique of shifting the mindset from fixed mindset to a growth mindset. And everybody talks about growth mindset these days and positivity and all that, but they fail to realize that it's actually something not very easy. It's simple to say, but it's not very easy to do. It's
but I think that
hard. Yeah,
I know it's hard. I think for the children, I think it's easy. You know why, Frederick?
yeah.
Do you know why for children it's easy?
Yeah, they're fearless.
They're fearless. And also because of the what is it? Frozen? What's it called? Let it go. Let it go. So the children, the mindset is like more playful, and the children minds are very good. I would just say that, yeah.
Because they have not experienced failure in their life. And not just not experienced failure in their life, they have a lot of freedom to do something which they are least afraid of being judged. Like, for example, I mean, for children, they don't think about what would people judge me, what would people say about me, what would my friends laugh at me? I'll be very, very embarrassed. So they are unafraid of being embarrassed. They are not shy, and they just do without thinking, and they just act. So many times when adults punish them for doing something that they are not supposed to do, we are actually keeping these kids or preventing these kids from excelling at what they are excelling at. Like I think I remember last time in the past when I love drawing a lot. I love to draw cartoons, and I was very good at art and crafts. But then because of grade issues, right? You know, my parents and all that, they always want me to have good grades, so they always discourage me from drawing, and they even throw my drawings away. So I was really discouraged. So at the time I was like, I want to be the best painter. I want to be the best artist and the best animator and all that, you know, in what I do. And I draw a lot. I drew a lot. And I was very good at it. But then over time, I didn't draw. I didn't doodle anymore. I stopped my artistic pursuit, and I went to pursue other things like engineering and, you know, finally psychology and now astrology. That particular moment when I could have excelled in art, I could have excelled and become the next artist and the talk of the town. All right. The very thing that's been taken away from me, that was how fixed mindset has been imposed onto children. And I feel that a lot of times we adults impose our fixed mindset on other things. Even though we talk about growth mindset, okay, we impose fixed mindset onto other people. That you are supposed to do this. No, you should do that. You know that? I'm not sure what you say about that.
To them, they have their own. Yeah, every parents have their own mindset indirectly. How the how to grow their children. So, in a sense that every parents have their own way of thinking or how to educate their children indirectly.
Yeah.
So basically, that's why I feel that well, this is more about decisive moments that is very important. So sometimes the parents, they wanted them to be in their directions.
Yeah, and Eunice totally agrees with me. I mean, these kids, they are programmed with fear, a lot of anxiety, and I agree too. Yeah, and that's why it's never too late to start again. So when you have been programmed with fixed mindset, and many of us have, I think it's never too late again to start, you know, reprogramming yourself. Yeah.
Persistence, persistence. Yeah, you must have the persistence. Yeah, in yourself, and strive for everything that you wanted to do. And first thing also, not only that for this particular goal mindset, you need to have your own. You need to find your self-confidence in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything that you do, this is your encouragement. Oh, I must do this. It's a stepping stone. Whether you're moving out from a fit mindset to a mindset, so it's a stepping stone. So some people say, "Oh, if I do this, what will people judge me?" You know, that kind of thinking. Some people might in these directions. However, but once you did not move at all, you will never know whether you succeed or not. Right? Even you put one step forward, put yourself a risk indirectly.
Right.
Indirectly, right. So will you get something out of it? Definitely yes, you will get something out of it. But how you learn, because everything, right? Because everything is just a progress in everything what we did. And nothing is perfect. Right, correct. So basically I feel that whatever we do in terms of whether you want it to be in that particular mindset, right? You need to embrace the change. I feel that way. Yeah, and also that also believe that you can do that. Yeah, once you believe, like I mentioned about trust just now, once you believe in your trust, I think there's no you can do anything that you want to do. And must always wake up, you do every morning, wake up in the morning, you must always say that to yourself that I can do anything. But of course not everything. But I can do anything.
Let's be more specific.
Yeah.
Just say I have abundance, right?
Yeah.
I am confident. I am rich. I am rich in spirit, in my mind, in my soul, in my heart, and I have what I already have. Whatever.
And I believe my abilities. I think I believe my abilities is the best. Yeah, that you can do it. Yeah. And I think whatever you do, right, you are looking forward to your future. And I think that is the goal mindset that you wanted to do at. However, feedback from people, whether they are bad or good, or whether they are stopping you from you to do that particular actions. Will you, Frederick, I ask you a questions. You know, like those, like the Titanic, you jump, I jump, the kind of concept.
Jump, I laugh.
Okay, so that particular, I just want to, just my mind was like, okay, you jump, I jump. that kind of, okay, for this, okay, Titanic is different because they are in love. So you say you jump, I watch.
Nice, eye power. Love it. Okay.
Okay, but whatever you do, whatever you jump into that, making mistake is not it is actually is how to make your skin even thicker. I would just say that. Okay,
Right.
never be afraid of your mistake. Okay, no matter what feedback, criticism that you receive from other people, right?
Mm.
You know for yourself whether is it a good minds good things. That means is it your mindset, the direction you're moving in is correct or not?
If
Yeah,
only
I
this
believe
is
that.
inculcated. Making mistakes is part of the process of growth. And it's true because, a
Yep.
lot of times, right, I find that as kids, as we grow up, right, we are being told not to make certain mistakes in life, right? Yeah. Hey, don't fail your exam, you fail, I'm gonna whack you. Hey, you
That
don't,
was the past.
yeah, something like that. That's the past. But the thing is, it is affecting us all right now, isn't it? Because some of us, it's not all of us, but it's affecting some of us. Because what has been told to us in the past, it went through our unconscious, our subconscious mind. And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
kind of determine or kind of tells us like who we are. That becomes our identity. Whatever that's been told to us or fed to us since we're young, by our parents, it becomes our identity that has been so tough for us to grow out of. Yeah, and it takes NLP to wake us all up and to help us relive or to relearn and unlearn certain things in order for us to kind of move forward and embrace risk, embrace mistakes, embrace the negative side of ourselves, the dark side of ourselves that our parents never know better, telling us that the dark side of ourselves is bad and it's bad and we can never grow out of. Dumb is dumb. Sometimes parents can say real harsh things. Yeah, but then that being
It does
said,
make you grow.
yeah,
Yeah,
sorry, you were
they
saying,
make you grow.
yeah,
Sometimes the parents make all the nicety to make you feel you are
the
really, really
intention
good.
is good, but the
They
method is questionable. Yeah, it's just like they don't know any better. Like parents are not perfect; they don't know any better, and we know after we grow up that it's okay to make mistakes.
yeah,
That's only if you are in the business world, because if you're not in the business world and you have never failed in your life, right? You are a scholar since young. You have great results in school, and you are like one of the head prefects or one of the model students in school, and you have never failed in your life. And until you went into your own career, until you start your own career, and your boss tells you in the face that you suck. Oh man, oh man, oh man, and then guess how that scholar will feel, right?
yeah. Mama knows that
Because like, he's never
they're
been
learning
criticized all his life. He's always been scion
yeah,
all his life. And he say, "Oh, you're great. You're perfect. You are a scholar. You're doing so well. 100% marks." And then when you go to work and you find that you suck at work, you suck at what you do, and then your boss starts to scream at you, and then that's when you realize, oh man, and that's where that could be a possibility of where the suicide case comes from. It's because of these young people. They don't take criticisms
yeah,
very very openly, like they're not open to feedbacks because they've always been told since young that they are great, that they are special, because they perform so well and they never failed in life and their parents sheltered them. And so this is what happens. So it creates a fixed mindset there. It already creates a fixed mindset. Yeah.
Frederick, can I ask you a question? How do you actually change your mindset?
Wow. You know what?
I mean, maybe,
I was so glad.
maybe,
I was so glad. I was so glad to
tell
actually
us a
have
story.
found.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm so
share with
glad
us.
to have found NLP. I'm so glad to have found Dr. James Leong, by the way. He came to our show, I think, some time ago, and that guy was the guy who um taught me NLP, and that's neuro linguistic programming and the Enneagram as well. And 3 years and 4 years, I was with him the whole time. I was just working and collaborating with him to coach and to work with clients and all that. And under his wings, right, that's where I learned how to apply NLP. And that made me a bit more fearless when it comes to public speaking, when it comes to doing something that I'm afraid of. So I was really, really someone who is very afraid of doing things. We're very, very, very introverted, very afraid of speaking up. Last time when I was
When was
working, like I was working and I was so quiet in a corner and I dare not speak up whenever people ask me for opinions until I was told that I suck at my work because I am not vocal and people don't really know what I'm thinking about. And then I don't really share during meetings, which is bad because you're supposed to share during meetings and share your thoughts. That gives people a kind of visibility of where you stand or where you are at work, right? So I failed to do that. And until I found NLP, and that kind of breaks away all the mental barriers. It takes 3 to 4 years or even more for me to walk out of this super introversion. And it's not an easy thing. Not an easy thing.
Are you on the depression during that time?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't in depression. I don't have any mental illness at all. But I was very challenged emotionally and mentally, psychologically also. Because at that time, it's not easy for me to walk out of the part that I need to speak up. You know, I was quite shy. I was very, very introverted. I don't really like to share my thoughts because I'm afraid of what people might say about me. I don't like to ask questions too, because if I ask questions, people will ask, what? Why you ask stupid questions? You know, it happened to me before when I was younger. When I was in school and my teacher would say, oh, what a stupid question you're asking? Stop asking stupid question. And I'm like, I shut up straight away. So that was how my teacher told me that. I mean, that was my teacher back in primary school. And as far as I remember, that wasn't helping. Yeah, I was told to shut up, right? So yeah, then again, it's how the fixed mindset has been like programmed into us since we're very, very young. Yeah, you're most welcome, Roshana. And yeah, and I agree with Eunice. I mean, parents don't know any better sometimes. They just do what they think are best in their mind. So their best is not the best. So there's no such thing as best in the world. There is always this thing called effective. Oh, so what is effective? What's the most effective thing to do in order to like, you know, to have a growth mindset, to develop a growth mindset? It's not easy. I mean, we have entrepreneurs with growth mindset like Sarah Blakely. You know who Sarah Blakely is? Sarah Blakely is the founder of Spanx, right? So she turned this $5,000 into $1 billion empire. All right. So it's through what? Persistence, resilience, and willingness to learn from failure. I mean, she's one classic example. She embraced risk. She learned from setbacks. She continued seeking improvement and innovation. I mean, this is a classic entrepreneurial growth mindset kind of example. Another one is Reid Hoffman, co-founder of LinkedIn. And I think he is also another prime example of growth mindset person in the tech industry. So what he believes is the idea of permanent beta. I don't know what that means, but I checked it out and it means always being in a state of learning and evolving. Right, a key principle of growth mindset. So permanent beta, I'm like, that's so tech.
No, actually, permanent data, for example, like maybe keep yourself distracted.
Yeah.
I mean, you keep yourself busy. This is how distract yourself indirectly.
Like always working on yourself.
Yeah. To improve yourself.
Yeah. So I think always working on yourself is the growth mindset kind of way to, you know, in a way to kind of, you know, develop into some better version of yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think yeah, not just entrepreneurs, but athletes as well. I don't know if you have the classic Michael Jordan story, if you heard of the classic Michael Jordan story. And he failed over and over and over in his life. And that's why he succeeded. He made that quote. And then you have Serena Williams also, whom, you know, nobody thought that she would become one of the better ones out there, like one of the better tennis players. One of the best, in fact, with numerous comebacks, injuries, defeats, and it all spawns from the strong mindset, the growth mindset in her, and learning through failures, and the determination to improve and to come back stronger. So that kind of marks a career as well. I can go on and on, like Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, etc. So yeah.
Since you already share your story, right, Frederick? Let me share my story.
Yeah, would love to. Yeah. Everyone would love to share their stories with me. You're all entrepreneurs.
Okay. Guys, because you're entrepreneurs, or whether you're coaches, right? Or we are coaches indirectly. Okay. I have a very challenge period of time. Then it was a few years, I mean, about 10 years back. 10 years back, yeah. Okay. So basically, it pulled me down. And
that's 2014.
Sorry?
2014?
No. I think 11.
All right. 2013. Wow, okay. That's
2011. So 2011 pushed me all the way down. Then it takes me 4 years to get out of depression.
Oh, you had depression in 2011.
Not really depression. It's more like challenge period of time. Then I back up myself and I distract myself. I keep myself busy, and from there, right, that's why I can see why you might ask the question why I got 7 diploma. That's how I distract myself and I improve myself better. Then from there, I try to meditate, and and you must actually have your own. I would say I do my own self care. Yeah. So this is how I managed to get out of everything and improve myself to become a better me now. Yeah, and you can see me a lot of he keep on running, he keep on moving and never stop. Yeah. So basically, that's how I feel that that particular experience that I have in 2011 to yeah. So it actually bring me down all the way, and then it brings me back when I try to find the meaning of life and the meaning of other things lah.
Actually, I'm curious, what brought you down? What brought you down?
Oh no.
If you're vulnerable enough to share it.
It's not right. I mean, okay now, whatever it is, right? Sometimes, right, when you are really, really down, something happened to you, whether to you or your family, right? Only your closest friends who really call your friends will stick to you. Some of them will just leave you. Yeah. Maybe you need to know who are your true friends, who are not your true friends. And also, and family members are very important to push you up back.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't even need to know who are your true friends. You just have to sit
Yeah,
back
true.
and watch.
Yeah,
Because
see that
people will review themselves. And
Yeah.
and I agree with Eunice here that a downtime is where the growth and breakthrough are at. And that's true because, imagine like many years ago, like 10 odd years ago in 2011, right? So in 2011, if online learning and Coursera exists back then, you probably would have like 14 or 21 diplomas.
Hey. No, because the government is like even now the government is like giving you 4K in your in your future. So I was like, wow.
Okay. Yeah, it's like they're giving a lot of subsidies for people above the age of 40, to learn and
Yep.
to upskill themselves. I wonder how that would work because I think side skilling is good, but upskilling isn't that too late?
No, not really that late because I believe that when a person who actually our age, they do not have any degree. So the 4,000, right? It's just a push for them to have at least a degree. I think the government wanted to
To be
at least
honest, right? To be honest, right? I know a degree is nice, but if you have a degree at the age of 40, I doubt that anyone would ever employ you because you're too old. You're too old, and realistically, people in the working market, they're looking for younger people, like younger, fresher blood, like people in their 20s, like in their 20s who are freshmen, who are willing to learn, who can learn to join the workforce. And nobody bothers about people after the age of 40. That's like they are, forgive me for saying this, they are just using spare cash and just like, here you go, you can learn whatever you want, but pop out, right? There's no guarantee that you'll find a job.
of course there's no guarantee.
So instead of getting a degree, you can upskill, get a skill set to actually like use that skill set to do something like for your business,
That's it. Yep.
or to set up a business, or to do something like worthy online that monetizes, in a way, rather than earning degree and then you study until your brain fall out, and then you finally thought to yourself, oh, I finally got a degree, I can go and find a job.
Not really.
I say fat hope because you're going to write like over hundreds of resumes, okay, like 500 to 800 resumes, and you're going to send them out. And God knows, how that would turn out for you because the job market, I'm not very positive about that. I'm not really positive about that. And
Thanks for your
people
luck.
think that degree works. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine that, Nick?
That depends on each individual, so whether their luck also.
Yeah.
I will just leave it to that.
Well,
That's
that's true. I mean, that's the purpose of getting a degree, like what Eunice say. Some are trying to relieve their dream getting that degree. True. I mean, if you want to get a degree just to hang on your wall and tell your relatives that I did it, tell your mother, I did it, mother. Yeah, then probably then probably that works. I mean, it still depends on the purpose. But I mean, if you're talking about really securing a job at that age with a degree, that's going to take a lot of you, a lot of yourself, a lot of effort, a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tears. To be honest, because that's how it is out there. In fact, yeah. I'm not sure about any other like success story who can testify like that, at the age of 40 and above, they have managed to find a job, and whether that job is stable enough. Because I don't believe that jobs are stable these days, Nick. I don't think so, right?
Stables, they are still stables, depending on, okay, some back to the company. Sometimes what the government is also doing, it's as good because giving you money to do your upskilling.
Yeah.
So make fully use of it. Keep yourself positive thinking, keep yourself to improve yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. And no matter what, whether is it just for cooking, baking or whatever, it helps you to be something different.
Okay.
Who knows, one day you just have to bake a cake to someone who actually you love, basically, indirectly. It all depends on, like you say, jobs are jobs, all depends on industry, economy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks for sharing, guys. And I mean, if you fall in love with a job and you're passionate about what you do, that's great. That's great. And the degree is all worthwhile. It's all worthwhile. And what is worrying is that people in Singapore, in general, they are focused on getting the results first, like getting the job first and then worrying later because they want to secure money, because they're working with that fixed mindset of going for money first, right? To secure the money. And you know a lot of these people, and not just older people, but also people of
you have to be realistic, Singapore is expensive.
No, I know. I mean that is. I mean that's the concern. That's another concern as well, other than the living standards here. But of course, when you talk about wow, really going after that job that can secure that kind of thing, it kind of places the contradiction there. Like you want to be a better person, you want to have a growth mindset, yet at the same time, you want to secure that career, and you're challenged by so many factors, like money is one of them. And money has become one of the worrying factors. Right? So how do you deal with that? Yeah.
I think no matter what, you must always depends on your own notions, and your mindset actually is how you design your own life indirectly. So if you feel that you need to change, is it for the better? It's better for you to make some changes, or do you feel that you are still want to be stuck in that particular problems, or you're not having any solutions out of it? You need to think twice, or maybe ask a friend, or maybe ask some coaches, or maybe some senior or specialize in certain things to get the topic that you want. Always learn, get your point of view indirectly. I mean, at least you are moving something, you are doing something.
It's like getting feedback from people. It's being open to feedback. And if you're open to feedback, that's growth mindset. And that's like being open is one, and also having the willingness to put in the effort and do the work. And I think it's always doing the work. I mean that's true. I mean, jobs are jobs. At the same time, finding the job, securing the job, or even securing assignments as self-employed individuals too. Like you want to nail this assignment or this particular job for freelancers, it's about doing the job, and also about, constantly believing that you have what it takes, and the mindset that you're good, you're good, and you're good enough, or you're better or gooder than enough. I don't know how to say that, but it's like having confidence in yourself, the basic confidence, and to learn from criticisms and feedbacks and failures, and then to find the inspiration in the success of other people as well. Like job seekers, find out how other people manage to secure the job. What did they write in their resume? How do they present themselves in an interview? How do they answer the questions? For entrepreneurs as well, like securing a client and all that, how sales process is built, how persuasion is done, things like that. So entrepreneurs is about selling all the time, and not just that, it's also selling all the time when you're a job seeker as well. You're not just buyers, but you're seller. You're selling all the time. So that's because when you're selling all the time, all the more the mindset is so important. Like to cultivate that kind of growth mindset, man, it's tough,
Yeah.
man. It's tough, man. But yeah.
Instead of that, even instead of just saying that, oh, I give up. Never say that. I mean, just say that I can't. Maybe you want to change it to something like, oh, I can't succeed if I don't try.
That's
You know,
that's reframing, but that's negative reframing too. I can't succeed if I don't try.
You see, that's right. But you see, she is on her way. I mean, if I don't,
know my
you
way,
don't, yeah. If I don't try indirectly, or maybe you're not in good in this, right? In particular, this item that you're doing, but you can actually tell yourself that I may not be good at this yet, okay, but with practice, I will try to make works. So it's about confidence and the actions and the mind of thinking or how you phrase yourself. That I think that you just have to make the things happen. You know, like Nike, just do it. That's my actually for me, right? My motto is actually just do it. Things about whether is it negative thing, you just move on with it. Just do it. Okay? You never know you never know what opportunity will knock on your door indirectly sometimes.
Yeah, and there are also I mean before you just do it, right? I think prior to that there needs to be some form of self-awareness and reflection. I think when it comes to self-awareness, a lot of us are not there. Because self-awareness is about knowing yourself, knowing why you feel certain way. Some people don't really have knowledge of why they feel certain way yet, or why they feel like this, or why they feel like that, or why they feel like this towards a situation or to a person, for example. They don't know. They just react. They just react to another person or to another situation that they encounter. That's all. They just simply react without really truly understand like why they react. What is causing them to react that way? And to do that, you need to have a lot of emotional awareness, a lot of self-awareness, and to do that, you need to cultivate mindfulness. And to have a to cultivate that mindfulness, you got to recognize your own. I mean, that's one way to recognize your own mindset. Yeah, and that's also another way to understand why you or how you talk to yourself, like a self-talk, like like the way you tell yourself things. Sometimes can be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah, like the things you say to yourself can actually give birth to the outcome that you say, because your words are spells and it creates power, and that powerful words of yours can cause you to behave in certain ways and bring about certain outcome which you may or may not like, which sometimes you do not know why you become like this because of what you say to yourself. Like if you say that you're always going to fail at certain things, and you might just fail at certain things continuously. And of course, another thing is also about learning goals, like set learning goals, performance goals. I think it's like focusing on learning as much as you can, improving and honing new skills, and also, you know, I would say learning over performing, because when you learn more, you learn how to learn, and then you learn how to hone new skills, you will perform better.
Get out from your comfort zone indirectly.
Yeah.
If you do comfort zone, right, you will never be success. Or even you don't have, okay, look at let's say you're in the comfort zone, and then, but you do not move. Okay. So you do not know whether you're moving straight or moving zigzag. So even you're moving zigzag, right, there's a lot of challenges, there's a lot of risks that you will face, but you learn.
You know, this is the time, this is the very point in your journey where you coach.
Yes.
And,
that's why
I am happy to give anyone a 1 hour coaching complimentary because this is for my certification. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, very happy to do this complimentary. So whatever or whenever anyone wishes to engage me for a 1 hour coaching, complimentary coaching, I am available. Just let me know when, and I will avail myself. Try to avail myself. Yeah. So this is for my certification. So yeah, and of course, that's where you really need a coach when you find that you are going in a zigzag manner and you don't even know that you are in a zigzag manner, or you're going around in circles.
Yeah.
Because a coach will probably be there. Okay, a coach will be there to actually ask the questions, powerful questions for you to really ask yourself, where exactly are you at in your journey? Yeah. So I think this is really important. Like having a coach, having accountability partner, and also develop some form of mindfulness and self-awareness. I think that's the most important thing also.
And also keep you on track. So for me, I have a lifestyle coach. So I actually keep my clients in the way of their directions on how they can improve their daily life. Uh, I will not cover emotions. I will cover mostly, yeah, I'm a lifestyle coach. So basically a lot of things, emotional, no, personal development mostly, but emotional, I will not cover that. But I will help you to improve your emotions.
Okay. By dressing better, looking better, feeling
uh,
better.
One, there's one. Everybody thought that as a lifestyle coach, you're just doing styling. No, you're not. Okay, there's like what Freddie was saying. We will ask a certain question. We ask certain form for you to fill out, and be straight and be open to share the directions that you're looking at or the directions you are going to, and be sincere. Then we are there to help you indirectly. Yeah.
Alrighty. So I think
Any question from anyone on the floor?
yeah.
Or Lusana, what do you feel about your mindset, or how you feels that how do you think that mindset can be controlled? Anyone on the floor or Lusana?
Hi everyone. I'm not feeling too well actually, but
Okay, all right.
I'm also
for
having
the past
cough
week,
here.
Same.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes,
but
slow.
I was just my whole family here is like down with fever and flu and
Oh
all that.
no.
But anyway,
Same.
we're all much better. Okay, yeah, you're asking me the mindset, right?
Yes, correct.
What I feel about the mindset. Yeah, I think one of the best ways, the way I see it, the best way to improve a mindset is NLP. I've not I've personally not done it yet, but I am about to do it.
Hmm.
God willing.
Okay.
Yeah.
God bless
So
you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Your life will change with
So
NLP. Yeah.
yeah, I just need to make time for that of my work. Yeah. The
Yeah.
other thing that I wanted to share, this mindfulness that you were mentioning, Frederick,
Mm-hmm.
like we need to be more aware, and mindfulness is one of them. And I think when a person, or okay, like how Nick, you were sharing about your experience 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and then you said that you had some depression, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I went through a similar situation due to my divorce. So
Okay.
went through a depressive state, and
Mm-hmm.
never knew how to come out of it until I started to look around. Like you look around for what to do, what to learn, this and that, and
Yeah.
that's when I came across the therapies. There are
Mm.
different modalities, therapy modalities, which will actually help you to be more mindful, be more aware of yourself and your emotions.
True.
Sorry, that was my silly cat.
It's okay.
Stop it. Okay, sorry.
Mindful in emotions. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
So these therapies, right? Sometimes, the therapy that I first learned was it's a very very minor modality. It's a very small modality, but it helped me a long way, and I think it can help a lot of people a long way. So these therapies, I think, can actually help people be more aware, be more mindful. Yeah, and I think you can actually um, help other people as well.
That's good. That's good. This therapy. Remember the therapy that we did? One of the sessions. Yes.
What therapy?
What therapy?
We did the waterfalls therapy, remember? Before?
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that,
Yeah.
I think the waterfall therapy, it's more, it's more towards, I don't know, but I think it's more towards hypnosis, But usually hypnosis will have the kind of therapy, meditative and
Meditating mostly.
yeah.
It's not about making your mind to be floating somewhere. Actually, to relax your mind indirectly.
Yes.
And then it's more like therapy, and then to relax. Everybody of us are so busy. Maybe me and Frederick will come out again to use this kind of therapy one day again. It's a good
therapy. In fact,
yeah.
there are a lot of therapy out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And Frederick is coughing. Same. I'm coughing. Yeah, you're also coughing.
Must be the change of weather.
All right. Thank you.
And take care.
Ushana, for take care of yourself, okay? All right. Okay.
Yeah, sure. And thanks, Nick, for sharing about your situation. That was really
okay.
nice.
Thank you so much. Welcome. It's okay. I will not share more, but because I just want to share how it moved me from to even commit suicide or in that direction wanted to, but instead of not doing that, it moved me to something else, a better life and better directions. Yeah. There's a lot of things that happens at the same time for that period of time. So it's like clash. I will not say it. Anyway, right, yeah, get well soon, yeah, Husana. Yeah, Eunice also saying to you. All right. Okay, Eunice, can you share with us on your mindset concept or what you share about mindset?
Sure. Should I turn on my camera?
Sure.
My camera is a bit laggy. Oh, okay. It's not laggy today. Hi everyone. I'm Eunice here. Well, mindset. Actually, I want to share about a story about one kid that I worked with in school today. I think it's so important that we learn from this experience. I think talking to the child. Well, the thing is, I'm a healer. Before I was a healer, I also went through a downtime, like very nearing to what you're sharing, Nick. So thanks for sharing. When you're sharing, actually, you're creating a very safe environment, people to start connecting and trust you more, and they're more willing to open up. And this is what happened in school today. One of the kids was actually misbehaving, I would say. Yeah, it's not like they purposely do it, but I mean, usually some teachers would probably be labeling them, right? Or parents labeling them if they are hurting another child. So it's a very normal scenario in school. So this child happened that he upset a girl and telling her you're useless. And the girl ran back to the classroom and cried. So then everyone was like, oh, where is she? She's missing. Teacher, because he told her that she's useless in a team. Then I look at him, why are you doing this to her? Go get her, come back here with her, and we're going to talk about this. So the thing about this child, this boy, is willing to own his mistake. Then I asked him, why did you say that? Well, because it's a term that we use when someone is not doing their project, right? To them, it's very normal. When you're not doing, when everybody else is working, you're not doing that, you're termed the useless one. So he was literally saying that. And then when the girl came back, I asked her if she's upset. And she said, yes, I'm really upset, teacher, but not that upset. But it still upset me because he called me useless. He practically, I'm not of any use. And that impacted her a lot. And that reminded me throughout my childhood, I've been called useless a lot of times. Imagine this is inside your head. It becomes your inner voice because every day someone tells you that you're useless. You literally believe that you are not useless. And there's a point in my life, not a point, many points in my life, ever since I was a child, I attempted suicide, but nobody knew as a child. So I didn't want these children to have the same experience as I do. That's why I went back to school to teach, because I think it's so important for them to have this lifelong social skill for survival, as well as thriving and with resilience in the real world, right? Yep. So what happened is that the child the boy is like, okay, teacher, I understand I made a mistake, I messed up, I'm gonna apologize to the girl. Like, great. So the girl was happy. Then I said, are you forgiving him? Yes, I do. And okay, let's get started with our project. Okay. Then she was happy doing the project. Now the problem is with the boy. The boy kept on bowing to her and said that I'm sending my gratitude and I'm so sorry for what happened. Then I tapped him on his shoulder. I said, it's okay. She literally told you that you are forgiven, which means you are forgiven. No, she didn't. He said, no, she didn't. I'm like, she did. He was telling everybody you're forgiven, and she smiled. That means you're forgiven. So I look at him. Do you know who's not forgiving you right now? It's not her. You ask her again, is she forgiving you? And then you look at her. Yes, I forgive you. I just told you. The girl's a little bit annoyed already. The boy, look at me. Tisha, what do you mean? The one that is hardest on you is always you. Now you are not forgiving yourself because you messed up, aren't you?
Correct.
Then he looked at me in the eye and was like, yeah, she has forgiven you. And you don't say sorry to teacher because you don't owe me anything. I think you did a very good job. You own up your mistake, you apologize, and that's it. But the most important thing, you have to always remember, after you messed up, always remember to man it up, take up the responsibility. I think that's honorable. And at the end of the day, that's where the growth is. I don't know if you understand that much, but anyway, I told him, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, and you own your responsibility, your accountability. And are you going to do that again in the future? No, I'm not going to say that word again. Yeah, great. I'm happy for you. And the next thing is forgive yourself. Let it go. Move on. Let's do the first.
Correct. So for me, to add on to the scenery there, right? I would just advise the boy, example. Okay, look, you are not doing the project. Let's do the work project together. The best way, right, to allocate each person for a task, and then make sure that keep yourself busy. So once everybody have a task, then they will do the work. But if a particular person do not know how to do the task, then share the problem, sort it out, solve the problem together. That's how the project will work.
That would be the follow-up thing that you know why you're like, don't know what to do? It's because there's no one leading. And I asked, who's the leader here? And then the boy who said, I'm the leader, I'm the king of the castle, because the project is building a castle. And I'm like, okay, so have you assigned anyone with a role here? My kings? And he was like, no, I'm just the king. I asked them to do the work. Oh, that's the problem.
Ushana said you're a fantasy teacher.
Yeah. Thank you. And the thing is, the king, self-proclaimed king, I said, so who nominated you as the king? So they voted on you? No. I know. I wrote on myself.
Oneself, nominate oneself.
No wonder.
But it's okay lah. It's okay as long as he know how to lead indirectly.
Yeah, it's where they learn. It's actually where they learn, which I appreciate it. I appreciate that they have this wonderful connection, and also in itself, it's actually a very good learning for myself to remind me that sometimes who are the hardest on myself? It's me. Again, it's valid to everyone.
Great lesson too.
So do you agree? Like, we are the hardest on ourselves?
Sometimes we can be quite unforgiving, not to others but to ourselves.
Excellent.
Thank you, Eunice. Muhammad, no, anything from your side before we go there? Anything from your side, Muhammad? No.
Right.
Thank you very much. Very good sharing. Thank you.
Thanks for listening in. Anyway, right. So we have arrived to the end of the session. Nick, are you gonna conclude this?
Okay, conclude is stay healthy in the sense of having self-care yourself. Oh, someone is going to come inside.
Wow, we're about to anyway.
Okay. All right. Anyway, just stay healthy. Have a self-check on yourself. And very thing is how you want to move from one place to another, whether you are moving to a new role or you're going to new directions. Take it slowly, plan it well on my side. Anything from you, Frederick?
Well, I think continue to hone that skill and go for that dream. Set your goals. focus on learning and growth, and of course take the small steps towards like working on yourself. I think that's the most important thing to developing a growth mindset, because a growth mindset is not a destination, it's a journey, and it's a process, and it's a never-ending process, lifelong learning, lifelong process all the way. Yeah. And that's all.
Alright.
So that's all for tonight. Have a great weekend ahead. Yep. And tomorrow's Friday.
Happy weekend, everyone.
Happy weekend.
And wishing you what ah?
What is-
Tomorrow is the last day of Cheng Year, is it?
No, it's Saturday. Saturday is the 15th.
Oh, happy Cap Gome. Yes,
Gome.
correct.
Yes. We're not very
Alright.
Great.
Okay, bye bye, guys. Good
See
night.
ya.
Ciao.
Good night.